Hi there, I am Moses. Yes, you see, sometimes we are in relationship, we find it difficult to really hear voices. We find it really difficult to detect which one is God's option for us, which one is the voice, which of the voice is telling us, okay, fine, this one is God's voice. This voice is actually coming from God. This is a voice telling us to go ahead. I'm going to give you 5 tips. 5 tips that tells you in a relationship, God is telling you to consider this person. God is telling you to consider your partner. When you find these things in your relationship, you see these signs coming in, in life, as you keep doing your things, as you keep doing things with your partner, you see these things, they're always there, you see them, you just know that these 5 signs are telling you that God is telling you to consider that your partner. My point number 1, your partner is always conscious of things he or she does. When your partner is always conscious of these things, because deep down in the heart, your partner already knows why that relationship started and why he or she is in that relationship. So they don't find it difficult to really do what they want to do. They don't find it difficult to do things. They are always serious minded in that relationship, because in the first instance, they know why that relationship is there. They know why they started that relationship. So they don't find it difficult to dictate or to define what they are there or why that relationship is there. My point number 2, your partner is not your partner is not trouble, or is not doesn't really get carried away with worldly things. Worldly things does not matter to him or her. You see, your partner is always serious minded. That's pointing to point number 1, which says your partner is always serious about the things he or she does in that relationship. That point number 2 is always serious minded. He has reasons, or she has reasons for whatever she's doing. They don't want to carry too many things, worldly things around, because they feel those are distractions, because worldly things are actually distractions in your relationship. Because when you walk into a relationship and you have to be serious minded, you have to be serious because you know why you're there. You don't need to carry worldly things, these flashy things. You want to go out, you want to hang out, you want to do everything that has to do with worldly things. There are things you're not supposed to be having right now in your relationship or in a relationship. So when you begin to do them, distractions must fall in. Distractions are bound to happen when you begin to carry too many worldly things around you. My point number 3, this person does not bother about things that people say, because this person is already having a heart on what he or she wants. He's not bothered about what the world is doing. You see, your partner is not bothered about things that people say, okay, things that matters to people. Oh, these are flashy things. Oh, he doesn't have a car. Oh, she have a car. She does not have this. Oh, he has this. Oh, she has this. Your partner is not bothered about them, because your partner knows that these things will fall in place. The fact that these things have not happened, the most important thing for now is the relationship. And the most important thing, which is the agenda, the thing on the line right now, is to make sure this relationship stands and it's working, gearing towards the best place it should be, which is point number 3. Don't forget. My point number 4, your partner is humble in whatever he does or she does. He does not carry things on doesn't want things to happen by all costs. Your partner is always ready to make sure these things, they work. He or she walks in line with the things of God. There's a way these things happen, and you know that, okay, fine, this person is not wanting these things to happen. No, this person wants these things to happen because in line with God's agenda for us, there is always a set out time for this. Like I mentioned earlier, there's always a set out time. If the car is not in place, if the house is not in place, there are things that might not be in place at that moment, but because this partner is humble and is listening to God and wants this thing to happen and is working out things in line with the mind of Christ, you see, this person is humble and is calm about anything that is happening. It's not, your partner is not rushing things. You see, your partner is calm. When you see a partner that is calm, he doesn't rush things. He doesn't rush because friends already have cars, have the Mercedes, have houses standing, and your partner is not that type that is rushing after these things. But he or she wants these things to happen at God's own time and at God's own pace. Just know that God is telling you that this partner, you have to consider this partner, because like I keep saying, if you watch some other of my videos, It is not when Mary's time came that your time is. You have to watch God, what God has for you. Because Mary's time, it came because that is her testimony. Your time is coming, or your time is now, because your testimony is going to come and someone is going to listen to it. My point number 5, which is the last one, I say your partner does not find it difficult to agree with you. Yes, in every relationship, it has to do with two people. When you have a partner that, okay, fine, you discuss something or you're doing something and maybe you decide to bring it close to your friend or your partner, you're like, okay, fine, this is what I'm planning, this is this. Do you think this is fine? This is good for our relationship? This is good for both of us? And you see, he looks at this or she looks at things and she tells you, okay, fine, I'm cool with this because I've looked at it. It's actually something that's going to work for two of us and we're going to be fine in it. So fine, when you see a partner that is always ready to be helpful, assisting you, and you don't find it difficult to agree on things, not because you're muscling your partner to make this thing happen, but because he or she has seen that what you're doing is in line with the relationship, and these things are done because you want the relationship to come in place. Just know that when you see these things happening in your relationship, God is actually telling you to consider this person, because this person is actually in line. Because most times, like I said, we might not see God's voice telling you, oh, go ahead, this is the guy, this is the lady. But when you see these signs, just know that God is involved and God is telling you to look at this person. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share my videos. Thank you.